I've been there
nicest.
twice, man.
See, you didn't invite me the last time. I see how it is.
Yeah, I took another buddy of ours and his
Right.
wife.
I make one voice and I see how it works out. I mean, I see how it is.
Right,
I
right, right.
mean, just
You're
because I
xed
showed,
out.
just because when we went on stage, I showed you up, you got rid of me. I
Right,
seen how it
right.
was.
All right, what do you
I
got?
I don't have it's showing live when we came up. There we go. It just popped up. I was gonna say it was still
All
saying it's
right,
coming.
so we're
So
good to
we're
go.
live. We're live on YouTube and everything. So if you're ready,
Okay,
we'll get
bro.
this one started.
All right, let me go ahead and get our intro in.
All right, let's do it.
Hi, this is Ivan from Men Without Hats, and you're listening live from Nashville to the D&D Dynamite 80s podcast with DC and DH.
Live from Nashville, Tennessee, you are listening to the D&D Dynamite 80s podcast with your hosts, DC and DH. So, guys, take it away.
All right, ladies
Yes, sir.
and gentlemen, welcome in to another episode of D&D Dynamite 80s. I'm Maximus Decimus.
I am not Jeff, by the way.
He's not
No,
gonna.
I'm DC.
Man, we had this
I
all
am
set up
DC.
for you to go. I'm Jeff, but you
I'm
wanted to.
Jeff,
I
yes.
set
Man,
you up. I threw the softball, man.
I've
Listen,
seen that
DC.
stuff too much.
DC,
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
seeing
just
that.
say this: we don't care about your week. We don't care how everything's going. I've been so excited.
Christmas break is here. That's all
Listen,
that matters. We're
listen. I've had
close.
so many
Yeah.
people write in so excited about this show tonight. We
Yep.
don't even want to hear from you. Just do our introduction and let's get Kimberly talking.
We are.
We've already
Yeah.
had a message on here. It says DHDC, shut up. We want to hear from Kimberly. Okay, hey, we're gonna make
Well,
it
I'm
work.
working on it if you'll let me. I'm working on it if you'll let me. No, we're honored to have Kimberley Dahme, singer
Yes.
songwriter. Played with the legendary rock band Boston as well, and has done some other projects along the way that we're going to talk about as well. And our good friends, the Roy Band, is who she's with now.
Yes.
So we'll talk about some of that and how all that came about through the evening as well. Kimberly, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's great to see you both. It's been a minute.
Yes, it
Yes.
Oh,
has.
it's
Yeah.
good to see you both.
Yeah, I got a chance to see Kimberly back in November, and it was a fantastic show. I think it was prom. They were doing it was prom night. That is what they were
Oh
celebrating.
yeah, that was in November. That was
in
a lot of
November.
fun.
So I came out for that
Yeah.
one, and
And
of course we seen her on Ladies' Night is when we first met her, and I've got
oh
that.
yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
look at there.
I've got
Yes.
that.
Oh,
Listen,
yes,
So,
it's ladies' night, and
yes.
the feeling's right. Yes, it's ladies' night.
So,
What a night.
what a night. Yes.
listen, folks, I'm going to tell you, this is how nice of a person Kimberly is. She took a picture with our
With us.
faces.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
so
what
much.
an amazing. But no, I mean, and just seeing her perform on stage and the whole band, but Kimberly, amazing, just amazing watching you. So I mean, folks,
Thank
y'all
you.
got to get out and see just an amazing artist.
Yes, definitely so. But I want to start, where all people start with on questioning,
Yeah.
and I am very interested in this. At what age did you know that this was something that you wanted to do and you had the talent to do it? Was it some people start late, some people start right out in the crib, So how did it work for you?
Crib, for sure. No, I mean, like, I remember being 2 or 3 and my brother was getting piano lessons and I wanted it to be me so badly, and then I tried to mess around with the piano as a little kid, and of course the parents were like, yeah, but no, I knew right away. And in 3rd grade I started like playing the flute and taking the flute, and by 6th grade I had traded my flute for the guitar so I could sing with it and write songs. And so I've done it, and then I've done it professionally since I was 7 years old.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I've started at a Straw Hat Pizza. Yeah, doing
Yeah.
all folk songs and and then at the age of 12 I was doing like bigger concerts for like feed the children in Africa. Like we did big benefits for that, and then I never stopped. I was in just numerous groups my whole life. And I know in sixth grade I tried to have a Boston cover band, but of course no one could sing like Brad or play like Tom.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
I
that
can't
was the scary
imagine.
part.
Yeah, I can't imagine at 12 years old
Yeah.
being on a huge stage performing at that age. So very mature for your age at that time period, I guess. To be able to
Musically.
handle that. Oh, music. Yeah, true.
Well, yeah. My thing now, Kimberly, I'm going to say I'm also a prodigy from a young age. I've been playing the radio since I was 13, and I still play it today.
All right.
So, but one of the questions I like to ask, and I'm really interested to hear this tonight, is Kimberly, who were some of your early influences, musical influences?
Well, there were quite a few. So many. I guess it really started off. My brother was really into the rock scene, so he would like turn me on to, like Stairway to Heaven and make sure I had all the words right and things of that nature. And then I would lean towards goodness, Jim Croce, James Taylor. I lean towards Rita Coolidge. Nobody really remembers her, but like Carole King and people who were really Carly Simon, they were writing their material. And then I leaned towards Merle Haggard and George Jones and oh my goodness, there's just so many people that I love. Yeah, Boston was always in my head. So yeah, and so it was really fun because I had a very eclectic background. And then with all the singing groups I was in, I was being exposed to like Italian operas and German operas and
Wow.
Renaissance period time music. And so I was just being bombarded because I just wanted more and more music. Like gimme, 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 gimme.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Can't quite get enough. But
Yeah. So you are very passionate about all types of different music.
very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Do you think that, and probably this is probably an obvious question, but does that seem to help artists that are that extremely, just cover all different kinds of music? Does that help you, especially like being a songwriter or whatever?
Especially being a songwriter, for sure. Absolutely. As being an artist, it can be difficult, I found out, because I am a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
So I write songs in so many genres. How do you package that? You know what I mean? So that's been a difficulty I found in my career, was that I did so many different varieties. It was hard to package.
Yeah.
You can't package this.
Right.
And you don't want to package this.
Well, thank you. You can't get this in a box.
I do have a question that kind of relates to the songwriting. Kimberly, do you, when you're writing a song, is that something like, do you sit down and try to do lyrics first, or do you try to do the musical side of it first and then add the lyrics? I mean, how do you process?
Yeah. How does that go about?
together?
Yeah.
On my phone, under the voice memos, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ideas. It comes differently at different times. Sometimes a guitar part will come through. Sometimes it's a lead lick. Sometimes it is the lyrics, and sometimes the lyrics draw me to the melody, because sometimes they're telling me where they want to go. If I just kick back and get out of the way, you know what I mean? It's like, if I don't overthink it and I step back, the song's going to tell me where it wants to go. A lot of times I'll get to thinking too much, and that's trouble.
That is so wild that you say that, because we just interviewed, I guess it was a week ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, right at Thanksgiving, whatever. We had Jim Keller from Tommy Two-Tone.
Wow.
And he was, and he mentioned almost identical as a songwriter, that's what he does. He uses his phone to do the pad, the notepad. And he said, hell, I may be 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm in bed and I wake up with a thought.
Absolutely.
And I put it down.
You have to put it down,
Okay.
or you'll lose it. I mean, it's like we get these great ideas at say 3 a.m. Perfect example. If I don't just take a second and put that down or record the melody, the next morning I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get that at 6 a.m. No, you won't.
Yeah. He said it's lost. It's gone.
Waking you up on purpose, baby. It wants to come out.
Yeah.
I just think that's so amazing.
That is wild.
I am not a creative person when it comes to that. So it just amazes me when someone says, these parts come and then, and I'm guessing it's like, do they just for like one certain song, or is it just like you might be working on another song and then a part comes to mind for something else you're working on?
That happens. That will happen, and sometimes you'll think that it goes with that song and try to kind of force it in there. I've done that numerous times. They're like, wait, back that up, hold that thought, and then the song will flow better. Like if I let go, and like I said, if I step out of the way, then the lyrics will just flow in. But I think of it a lot of times as a puzzle, because sometimes I'll get the beginning, say, of a verse, like a great first line and a great line that will be leading to the chorus. So sometimes I'll have like that there and this here, and I'm missing the middle section. So it's like a puzzle. You got to kind of put in the pieces as they come. So the best way is when it just flows. Like I had that happen just a couple of days ago, and it just flows, and it's rare. I've had it happen on a couple of songs where the whole thing will just blah, it just come right on out, and it just pretty much flows to what it's gonna be. Lighthouse did that for me. After Brad passed, it just literally came out for him. So there's just a lot of different things that, I don't know. Gotta be in the zone, and you gotta set your mind, you gotta set things out of your mind, if that makes sense. I can't be thinking about my life, you know what I mean?
Right. It gets in the way.
It does. It's like, whoa. No, the dishes can wait,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the only thing I have in common with her in the songwriting is leaving the dishes alone. I can do that.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you're like me. Your better half will remind you about.
They remind you real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, get on those dishes.
Yeah. Or you get the old thing I get. You had one job. It's not
right. Don't foul that up. You had the one job.
Yeah, one job.
One job.
That's all you had.
I always say, I'm old, and they say memory's the first thing to go. And who are you? It doesn't work out real well. But
yeah. She knows that you're pulling her leg on that deal.
It's a selective mememory.
Right.
That's correct. I have a lot of that.
Yes, and I select not to memorize that.
There you go.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're moving along here, and talk to me about how the opportunity for Boston came about.
Well, it was right place, right time.
Sure.
I was on tour with Tom Hambridge, who is an amazing artist, writer, producer. He's a Grammy producer for a lot of blues acts, and he had come out with a great CD. And Susan Tedeschi had sang backups with him because he was her drummer, and he had written a bunch of her big songs prior to that. But obviously she had her own tour, and when Hambridge was getting ready to go on tour for Balderdash was the name of this particular CD or project, whatever we call it now. We went out, and I was lucky enough to get to take her spot to do these cool bantering, duets with him, and they were bluesy and they were fun and they were sassy. And I got to play electric guitar. So we were up at the Sitting Bull in Maynard, Massachusetts. Just another bar, just another night. But Tom Scholes and Gary Peel both walked in that night and just they were checking out Tom Hambridge because he's a phenomenal drummer as well. And he can tear up those drums. But they thankfully Tom Scholes was like, "Hey, I know we need a drummer, but who's the chick?" Yay! Yay, it's me.
Winner.
Me. No, I'm kidding. No, but he was so kind. He waited like for me. I was signing, autographs and things, and he waited, and then he came up to me and asked. He's like, "So do you play bass?" And I'm like, "Sure, yeah, yeah, I play bass." Okay, hadn't played a bass in my life. I ran home, got one on the pawn shop, put it on layaway because I only had $20.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh, cool.
yeah, a couple months later, I was literally did my debut with them at the Fiesta Bowl,
Wow.
January 1st, 2002. The Fiesta Bowl was huge. It was unbelievable. That was my big debut.
Wow.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. I'm looking over, I couldn't breathe. Like I remember, I don't think I really took a good breath for 2 years. I'm not kidding. Like I look over, here's Gary Peel, there's Brad Delp, Tom Scholes, and I'm like, do you see that? Oh yeah, and I just learned how to play bass. Oh gosh, I hope I get it right.
That is just amazing. That is incredible stuff.
And that's the bass. Can you
wow.
see that? So
That is
all
awesome.
the bass Tom Scholes picked out for me. And I love it. It's a beautiful bass. I mean, she did me well. She's been on a lot of tours, all the tours, except towards the end when I was switched over to electric guitar, which was the red one behind me was the main one. Had a few others, but that was my main girl. And of course the acoustic behind me and that was my 5-string. I don't know if you can see that, the 5-string bass over here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
I did a lot of long time foreplay on that. Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
So much fun, but a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work.
Definitely.
So worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kimberly, one of the things that I would like to just kind of ask, because you are such eclectic in the music that you've experienced and so diversified, is there a particular genre that you prefer to perform or play, or that you just enjoy listening to more than other?
Ah, goodness. That's a great question. I've been asking myself that question a lot lately. I love working with the Roy Band. They are so much fun, and it's found a different part of my voice that's been fun to explore. So that's been just a great time. I tend to be listening. I'm going to change this as like now. I'm trying to give myself some more time to listen to other musics as well, because I tend to listen to whatever I'm working on for that performance coming up. You know what I mean? So that I'm hearing everything and I'm not missing a harmony or a guitar part or whatever needs to be done. It's like, but I love so many styles. Like I don't know, like I listen to a lot of relaxing music if I get anxious and such. Like I've learned real good to put on some calming stuff, just chill out, breathe. breathe,
Yep.
but yeah, and I've been like trying to go through because I've written so much material, like enough for 4 new albums, and I'm just trying to decipher what do I want to put out there now, as
Mm.
what speaks as me now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tough.
That's amazing. And I wonder if part of that, because I know, we were growing up in the 80s as well. And I wonder if part of that is because in the 80s, like wherever you were at, there was that one station that no matter what you would hear, rock, country, just whatever, it was
Yeah,
everything. It's like,
yeah,
kind of the same thing. I find myself like certain days I'm listening to Frank, on my playlist, you'll go from Frank Sinatra,
right.
Iron Maiden, James
Yeah,
Brown, it's
yeah,
everywhere,
yeah.
it's just amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I love that because there's something in everything,
Yes.
most everything. There's a few things you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, there's a couple of things.
I'm good.
Oh yeah,
But I
definitely
think
so.
that is for someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Sure, that's
more
true.
power to 'em,
That's true. That
There's
is
only
true.
there's
but
only one type of music I've ever heard that was for no one, and that was when DC tried to sing, and I'm like, no, no.
That's true. That's true. I don't want to do that. Not my talent.
no, it's such a great voice. I can't imagine.
Right. Oh
I
wow.
was in a church choir one time, and they asked me to sing solo. I was like, really? Yeah. They said, sing solo. We can't hear you. I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Right. That's that would be our type of singing.
Right.
Move your mouth, but just make sure nothing
Right.
comes out.
Right. No, we don't want not even air.
You're supposed to think about the person next to you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen to them and don't say just mouth. Okay, you can do that.
I love choir. I did a lot of choir and barbershop and all of that. And even
Wow.
toured to Europe doing opera right after college. I toured singing like the Honey Bags and
Wow.
got to tour and doing Renaissance in old churches and cathedrals. That was pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
That just like kind of blew my mind like
Yeah.
wide open. And
That opera is its own special, unique,
yes, I'm not
isn't it?
great at it. I mean,
Oh,
but I got to do it. You know what
yeah.
I was shocked, but it was amazing.
Mm,
There's so much talent. Oh
yeah.
There is. And I think that's one of the things I enjoyed so much when we came and saw the show and got to see you guys all perform was the amount of natural talent on stage and how hard you guys work at that
yeah.
craft. Because a lot of concerts you go to these days, it's kind of that synthetic type music.
Yes,
But
yes.
you guys are true musicians, and I just enjoy that so much more.
Mhm.
So,
Thank you.
thank you for sharing that gift with us. I really
Uh,
thoroughly
Yeah.
it's such a great group of guys. I just and the women and everybody behind the scenes. Like
Yes.
I'm so blessed to be a part of the Roy Band. They've been. It's just been really helpful because I remember we got together in 2020 when COVID was happening, and so it was really a wonderful outlet, for us not to get completely cooped up from everyone. We had the whole stage
right.
spread out
Sure.
and
Sure.
and not, tumble down into darkness,
Yeah. Had to
Music.
have your craft. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had your craft.
Yeah.
You that's where I was going next was we'll talk about the Roy Band. Here is from the outside looking into it. You have just a amazing time, just fun
Yes.
doing what you guys do,
Yes.
and you make it fun for the people that are
Yes.
there.
Definitely.
And we've said this
That's our whole goal.
we said it before. That's a gift in itself where you
Oh,
can
yeah.
go in for
Yeah.
2.5 hours and forget problems that you got
Yeah.
and relive the fun memories. That's a special gift that you guys have for that.
Well, that's what
How does that make you feel to be able to provide that to people?
that's all we want. We
Yeah.
just want people to, that's been like the motto with Roy, and all of us was the idea that we just want to have fun. We don't want this huge competitive kind of malarkey, you know. It's like we've all been there, done that, and we're way past that now. Now we want to support one another, have each other do the best that they can, and you know, and just have fun.
Yeah.
And do, you know, give a really great show, but really try to take everybody away from your life for a minute. It's like we all have so many struggles. We all have so much, you know, life is hard. It's hard work.
Sure.
It's tough. We all get thrown curveballs all the time. So this is a place that's a safe haven, you know, where people can let go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the coolest thing when we were there, because you know, usually when I go to a show, I'm just watching the artist and enjoying myself. But you
Yeah.
know, we were actually doing some filming and stuff and capturing some, and it was so cool because I was
To watch
even
other
involved
people's
on it,
reactions.
but to
Yeah.
watch everybody kind of be in their
Sure.
own zone. So I'll never forget, there was a couple there that we talked to, and they were there on their anniversary. And
Yes.
they had been to several shows, sweetest people you ever met. But to
Yes.
watch them up there dancing and just
Wow.
everybody in their own zone,
Having their
it was
own,
just
just having
amazing.
a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That does my heart good.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a gift. It's a gift that you guys have to do that, and
Yes.
it
And
must
you,
make you feel very, very, feels good. Got
It
to.
feels good. It makes us all feel good because that's
Sure.
really, really the goal.
Yeah.
now,
You know
I
what
mean,
I
because
mean?
it's those memories, and that's kind of what our show's centered around is that decade.
Yeah.
And it was just a fun time to
oh
grow
yeah,
up. I mean,
Yes.
and like DH said, I mean, you might listen to a Van Halen song, you may listen next to a Madonna song. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just a mixture of different
Oh my
things.
gosh. Kim
That
Carnes, who, I mean, there were so many
yes,
cool,
exactly.
the
There
Pretender,
was you just went
yep,
across all genres of stuff.
the
You'd even throw
Cars.
in some of the '80s country stuff.
yep,
Oh, I
Listen to a
love
little
that.
Dolly Parton or Kenny Rogers song, "Allen in the Streams," or
Oh yeah.
or whatever. Even they had
Oh,
country music in the '80s had its thing going on
each
pretty
one.
well.
I mean, oh
Yeah,
my God, Vern Gosdin was in
sure,
the
yes,
80s. I
yes,
mean,
sure,
Keith Whitley. I
yes,
mean, come on.
yep,
absolutely.
I mean, you start
yep.
talking my lingo. I mean, because, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's tough to beat Keith
Now,
Whitley.
Yeah,
Period.
right?
Of any decade.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing, amazing.
yeah.
now, Kimberly, you've
Yeah.
been through this process before. This is the most important question of the night. This is for the Waffle House breakfast on Friday morning.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, no
you know,
pressure.
DC says, and you know this, he says I always cheat and I never say anything. I mean, like today, I was at school and I was carrying some iron material out and putting it in the dumpster. And DC's like, "You're gonna somehow cheat tonight." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm just moving the iron out of the building so they can pick it up. That's all I'm doing." You know, and I had to iron my shirt this morning. But all that aside, I don't, I just go off on these tangents. I'm sorry, Kimberly. I apologize for that. I may be low on iron or something. Maybe I need to take some iron pills or something. But I'm going to let DC give you the two groups for you to decide from tonight.
You have
And I
outdone
haven't,
yourself this time. That's for
Oh,
sure.
I
You
haven't
have
influenced
laid out
anything.
so much bull. Yeah, that's just amazing. I'm stunned. I can't say anything to it. I have no response to that.
I'm just talking
Other
about
than
today.
Kimberly, yeah, just to give you the background of this, we have our post conferences on. We're a high dollar outfit here. We have our post conferences on at the Waffle House on Friday mornings
Nice.
to go over our information. Go over how terrible the show was for us, or whatever we
It's always
do.
how
But
amazing our guest is, but how bad
right,
we were. But people still listen because our guests are amazing.
right. So there you go. So anyway, to the loser has to pay for the breakfast.
Ooh.
So here's how it works. You get to choose from two different. What are we doing this time? Groups,
Two
right?
different groups, yes. And
Yeah,
while you're doing this,
we've done solo artists, we've done groups, we've done solo artists versus a group.
and while you're doing
I've
this,
done
I'm
this
gonna
several times.
I'm gonna take my iron pill real quick while you're giving the names.
So here it is. We thought we would do a heavy metal one.
Oh God.
So your choice is Judas Priest versus Iron Maiden.
Okay, now give me their song, like their top songs.
Let's see. Judas Priest would be another. You got Another Thing Coming.
Okay.
You're an Iron Maiden guy. I don't know their music.
I'm waiting for you to give them one.
I don't know their music.
So you have Fear of the Dark, Run to the Hills, which is
Fear of the Dark, yes.
Run to the Hills, run to the hills, I see. I told you I don't sing.
That's terrible.
Hey,
I feel good about my chances.
wait a minute.
Like the names of songs and things. Like I know melodies and I know songs. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'll probably know every word, but
Yeah,
it's and I didn't do it justice at all. But if you heard "Run from the Hill," you go, oh yeah, I know that song. I know that one.
Breaking the Law, Turbo Lover, Defender of the Faith.
The Trooper.
Oh my gosh! And this is gonna decipher who's buying breakfast.
Yes.
This is a
It's
major
tough.
decision. Now, just remember, Kimberly, I'm a little low on iron this week, so I'm going to take another drink over here.
So what? Yeah. So yeah, up to you on what you think.
Gosh, that's a toughie. That's
We tried to keep it as equal as we could. We know that both of them came out about the same
Yes.
time period. Late. Early 70s or whatever.
Late 70s, early
Mid 70s.
Yeah.
I guess.
Iron Maiden's no more, so I guess I'm gonna have to go there, but I don't know. Sorry guys. Music.
I told you, if I gave you Russia in one of these deals, you would win.
Listen,
I choose the loser every time.
I did not cheat at all.
Oh, I know you didn't.
I gave no hints tonight. I was just taking my iron pill.
Right.
So, Kimberly, when I'm having my third cup of coffee on DC, I'm going to raise it up and toast you.
Yes.
Very much.
I appreciate that.
Funny story. I went and seen Iron Maiden. It's been probably maybe 15 years ago. So I was, early 40s? And doesn't that sound horrible? But I thought, man, I like my heavy metal. I'm going down there. I'm going right up next to the stage. First song, man, when they started blasting and jamming, I was like, I'm going to the nosebleed. I'm done. I'm too loud.
Yeah, I bet.
A little too loud. Yeah, a little too loud. Loud and proud. All right, let's see if let's see if I feel a little bit better about some of them in the past that we've done. How about Prince versus Michael Jackson?
That's a tough one because they're both.
That was one of our favorites.
They were
Yeah.
Because they were both I grew up with Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. I mean, big time. But they were both so creative. I know when Prince would write something, he would immediately go record it, worrying that if he didn't, that Michael Jackson would pick it up in the air because a lot of times, and I have to kind of follow the feeling that a song is in the air. And if
somebody else is going to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
That's tough.
Yeah.
And Kimberly, while you're thinking, you keep thinking. But Kimberly, I'm going to say you're my favorite member of the Roy Band because someone from the Roy Band just put on here Judas Priest, yes to Breaking the Law. So Kimberly, you and I are on the same page. And DC,
somebody said they
that know a lot
Breaking the Law.
more.
Breaking the Law. That's a great one.
So Kimberly, Prince or
Breaking the
Michael
Law.
Jackson? Which?
I don't know how to go on that. I really, really don't.
Your bandmates have answered Prince, and they're wrong again.
I don't know. That's kind of a tie on me.
It really is.
Thanks, whoever chose Prince. Thank you very much. That's who I had.
They're tie, man. Was it my buddies? Yeah, I can only imagine who.
I don't seem to be winning with your with the rest
With
of
the band.
But Kimberly, you and I are on page here. We're good. Your vote.
Thanks to the band. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Kimberly's vote.
I'll tell you that the next time I see y'all.
So after
Well,
that, go ahead,
sorry.
Kimberly.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, hopefully you guys can make that January 11th.
Hey, we need to, DC, and this time you can invite me, and
Speaking of that,
Yes.
either the January or one of the shows after that one, what we're
Yeah.
going to try to do, and DH kind of sort of knows about this, we are going to do a live show from the theater
Oh, that'd be fun.
before you guys play. So we're
Oh,
excited
wow.
about that opportunity. We've
Oh,
been
that
talking
might
with
be
Shannon a little bit about that. Hi, Shannon. I know you're out there listening and all that.
nice.
The Rock and Roll Rev, I'm sure,
Yeah.
is close by as well.
Well, did you see my beautiful backdrop?
I
This
did. I love that.
This is Larry's. This is not mine.
That is
No,
amazing.
they just let me put all my pretty guitars here. And
That is
Larry
the
should be
coolest
here
thing.
because I was supposed to come visit when he was here, but happens to be out of town. But and then my acoustic from, of course, Boston as well, you know.
Larry would
Yeah,
have voted
yeah.
with us, Kimberly. Larry would have been on our side.
Right.
Vote.
Well, I'm definitely gonna come back when he's here, or I'm gonna get my booty kicked. So
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we're excited about that.
that's gonna be
yeah,
amazing.
we're going to come
That's
out and hang out with the Roy Band again. And when is that? January 11th.
Yeah.
So, folks, get on their
Yes.
webpage.
Yes.
Get your tickets for that.
Yeah.
It is just an amazing venue. It's a laid back. People feel like you'll feel like you know someone else, even if you've never met them in your life. It's that kind of place, and just great folks, and you'll have a fantastic
This is the
time.
thing I'm going to say about that. You will feel like you're part of their family.
Mm-hmm.
That building.
It's true. It's so true.
It's so amazing the way. And Shannon just put January 11th to confirm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
folks,
right,
I'm telling
perfect.
you right now, get your tickets, go out, because you are going to feel like you're there with family and just enjoy what an amazing night of music you're going to enjoy. So,
Yep.
and I don't give many endorsements because my endorsement doesn't count for anything. But I mean, hey,
It doesn't.
I'm giving it tonight. So,
Right.
anyone out there listening to the show that sends DC the hate mail for me, go see this show. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
February 1st, let's go live with the Roy Band. Okay. So February 1st as well. Tell us about that one, Kimberly.
Oh, we're gonna have fun. We'll probably mix it up and just rock.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So February 1st, we need to go. We're going to be going live. So we
Yes,
need
we're
to
gonna
put
go
that on
live.
our calendar. Okay. Very good.
So we are going to go live February 1st. You will get to see D&D Dynamite 80s, and once you put up with our torture, you'll get to see the Roy Band.
Well, here's the thing. We'll just do the show from the parking lot. That way, we don't foul up anybody coming in and mess up the.
We'll sit in the back
deal.
of the truck.
Right.
In the truck bed.
Right. So we'll work it out where everybody gets in there, and
Hey,
we have a
I'm
great
sure
time.
Shannon will at least bring us a Coke or something.
With Shannon in charge of this, I have no worries that it will all go very smoothly. She'll have a plan.
Hold on, DC. I want breaking news, Shannon. I know you're listening. I want the Rock and Roll Reverend on the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Got to have the Rev on
as a third host for the entire show.
Oh.
As a guest host. And
yes.
We'll have the whole band if they would like, but I want him to be our guest host. So it'll be three of us doing the podcast.
He's so funny.
Sounds good to me. Yes.
So much fun.
I just need a little bit of his energy.
Oh, yeah.
Just a tad.
Yes, please. Just a little bit.
Can we put that in a pill like my iron pill? I'll take it.
That's right. That's right. Kimberly, before we let you go, let everybody know how to follow you. And, of course, throw the Roy Band stuff out there as well for them.
Yeah, and I'll have Shannon be working on that with you and all, but
sure.
And then but to follow me, my name's spelled a little weirdly, but Facebook right now, Kimberley Dahme Official. You actually have to spell the whole official in there before you'll see my picture, but Kimberley is Kimberley Dahme.
Yeah.
Official. And I will unlock my Instagram soon, but it is at Kimberley Dahme as well.
Okay.
Should be official as well. I don't know.
Fantastic.
You gotta get those things. I started locking things down because people kept like creating new, fake
Fake accounts.
fake
Yeah.
accounts on me.
Sure.
So I was
Sure.
like, oh man. So yeah, so I'm working that out, but just make sure it's me.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
You'll see mine because it'll let you know other pictures are like fake.
Right.
I let
Right.
people know, when I know.
By the way, congratulations. I think when we talked in November, I think you told me that you had a daughter that graduated from college.
Yes, congratulations.
Just a few days ago, right?
A few days ago. I'm
Fantastic.
so
So shout out to her as well. Congratulations.
Emily
That is a
McCoy.
tremendous feat.
It
Absolutely.
is. It really is.
That is fantastic.
MTSU commercial songwriting. Well,
Awesome.
Bachelor of Science, but also commercial songwriting and a minor in music. So
Fantastic.
So
From
we'll do
MTSU?
no, MTSU.
Oh, fantastic. I'm a little alum from MTSU, so
And then we'll hear
fantastic.
some good stuff out of my son too. If you go to It's Kenny Danger on Instagram, so you got Emily
Okay.
Morby
Check that
and
out. Yeah.
yeah,
Check-
so
check that out as well,
genres,
folks.
2 different
Okay.
genres. It's so much fun.
Okay.
So you got some DB with my son, and then you got some dubstep, and then you got my daughter writing and creating their own and such. So it's pretty cool.
That's
so.
amazing.
Doesn't fall far from the tree. The talent that they
I'm
have.
wonderfully shocked because there was nobody in my family that played music. So this is great. It's like now my own band.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to them
Thank you.
as
Thank you
well.
so much. And thank you guys for having me on.
Oh, our pleasure, and we'll see you again real soon. Can you stick around as we wrap up the show?
I sure can.
All right.
As we get ready to wrap up the show, DC, first
Yes,
off,
sir.
I'm going to put on my bifocals here.
Please do.
We have breaking news.
Okay.
Shannon has text or put on the live chat. Done. We have our co-host in place.
Oh, very good.
We have
All
our
right. Rock and roll
co-host in place.
Rev.
Shannon has also shared Kimberly's information that we'll put out on our website for everybody so they can follow.
Yep.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not wearing the bifocals. I can do this without them. Let me stretch my arm. All right. So that's going to do it for another episode of D&D Dynamite 80s. You can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker Radio, Radio Republic, YouTube, Twitter, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, which I guess now is X, but I'm still going to call it TikTok because that's just me. On Facebook, on our website, Google Podcast, all D&D Dynamite 80s. Special shout out to Nashville Voyager and Canvas Rebel magazines, both giving us some articles and showing D&D a little love. Also, you can find us on Canyon Star TV. We are a member of their family, and we are just honored to be there. And DC, it's your week for the Scarecrow, right? Oh, it's
No,
winter. We don't
no, I don't do the
that in winter
Scarecrow
months,
anymore.
right?
No,
we don't
no
do that in the
Scarecrow.
winter months. So
Yeah. Just the
And
garden
folks,
months.
we would like to thank Kimberly. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. It's been our honor. It was our honor to meet you and
Thank you.
and perform. We really appreciate everything. And
Thank you.
either congratulations or condolences. You were already
She's
a member,
part of the
but now
family.
You're even a deeper member of the family now. Of the
That's great.
family. So congratulations or condolences.
Right.
you-
Whichever way you look at it. Yes.
So,
Yes.
folks, as I finish off every night or every show before I throw it over to DC, remember, it doesn't cost anything extra to be kind. So always be kind to each other. DC?
Amen. Amen, brother. Next week we will do a Monday show because we're
I
getting
thought I got
close to
next
that.
week
We're close to that. What is that holiday? Oh, Christmas.
My
Christmas
birthday.
is coming.
No, it's my
You-
birthday. Come on now, get the holiday.
Yeah, your birthday's getting close, brother.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have TikTok presenter Vive with us. Vive will be on. She does some talented skits and stuff about mostly 80s decades music, but it'll be some. She does other things too, but very very popular person with TikTok doing that. So we're honored to have her next week. December 30th, Louis Martini and Laurie Miller. Laurie Miller was one of the original ladies in Expose
Yes.
when they first started out. So we're excited about it. And Laurie's been on before with us. And she's in a new group called Oh Baby.
Yep.
And we're going to talk to her and the manager on December 30th. So we're going to push back on our Wednesdays here at the end of the year where we can get those last couple of shows in and enjoy the holidays.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. And
Yeah.
as we were talking earlier, DC, as you get ready to play us out there,
Yeah.
We want to give a big shout out to all of our guests. We couldn't do this show without y'all and
No.
coming on. And we are now booked.
We are booked until April.
So,
Okay.
It's
yes.
amazing.
So it's
Just amazing.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody that's watching this craziness and enjoys it, because we have fun doing it. That's for sure.
Yes.
That's for sure. All right, let's get them sponsors in real
Let's
quick.
do
We'll
it.
get on out of here. D&D Dynamite 80s would like to thank their sponsors, Hudson's Flags and More, Nesting Project of Smyrna, Tennessee, PJG Marketing, Totally Cool 80s, Charlie Bubbles Cares for Kids,
The Booch.
Jackie's Creations on Facebook, Riley Rhodes Art Designs at rileyroads.art on Instagram, and the Magic Yarn Project.
Yes, yes.
You can find all these great folks online. You most
Hey,
certainly
folks.
can.
Let me say this, folks. If you get a chance, we are so honored to be a part of two organizations,
Mm-hmm.
the Magic Yarn Project. And what these folks do, they're all volunteers and they're all across the nation. I think they're, and even in some other countries, I think.
I
I'm
think
not
so.
mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they take and they make yarn head coverings like superheroes, princes, all of that stuff, and give them for free to kids who are battling cancer. So
Correct.
it kind of brightens their day and their time. So please support them. We are so honored to be
That is a
part of their
totally
family.
free venture that they need your
Yes.
help. That's
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
And also Charlie Bubbles.
Our
Make
friend,
sure-
actor Paul Caravotis.
Yes, the Booch. The Booch.
Yeah.
What they do, folks, is if you make a donation, they go out and they provide books for children who may not otherwise be able to afford books. And as teachers, literacy is so important, and being able to start reading at a young age. So we are just truly blessed to be a part of those two families, and we
Yep.
ask just kind of keep them in your thoughts and everything. And if you want to do donations this time of year, let's help them out.
They would be great ones to do it
Yes.
for.
Yes, two amazing
Absolutely.
organizations.
Yep. Well put, my friend. As Kimberley Dahme, we appreciate your time tonight. She's with
Thank
the Roy,
you.
currently with the Roy
Yes.
Band, and
Lynette.
they are becoming great friends of ours, and we
Yes.
adore them.
Thank
And we'll see you guys very, very soon. We appreciate your time tonight. That is DH. I am DC. DC always leads us out by saying, keep playing those 80s, my friends, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week, folks. Kimberly, thank you so much. It's
Thank
been an
you.
honor.